What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy, CamATL, and welcome back to another Prize Picks video with your boy. Drop a like down below because I already know you're going to love it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I know it's been a minute since I've done these. We've been knocking out the live streams. We've been doing 2 live streams a day for a while lately, so I haven't really been on here to be able to do like go over every single sport and kind of get an idea of all the best plays on every single sport, like a full breakdown of the day in a while because I've been doing so many of those live streams. Plus, we normally don't have a ton of data available till real late, and by then, I'm trying to go to bed. Anyway, thank y'all for joining me as always, though. In this video, we're going to go through every single sport available at propsmadeeasy.com. Only $20 a month for the tools you're about to see me use. There has been many more improvements since the last time you guys saw me do a video like this. I'm sure a lot of you have seen in the live streams and all that good stuff. We now have top performing EV filter. What the top performing EV filter will do, as you know, Props Made Easy is built to make things as easy as humanly possible for y'all. Top performing EV pretty much shows you the absolute best options all around. I'm talking it checks every box as you could imagine. So the criteria that a play has to have to hit that top performing EV area is they need to have a 70% or higher hit rate on that play over the season. They need to have the EV on the same side of that line as the history, as well as projection on the same side. As you know, at Props Made Easy, its AI technology simulates games 10,000 times down to the play level for the most accurate projection data in the entire industry. So taking advantage of all of those different data points, members have been going absolutely crazy. The hit rates have gone even higher than before at Props Made Easy, so it is absolutely fantastic. If you haven't tried Props Made Easy in a while, man, you need to lock in. All right, let's get straight to the plays. I'm not going to keep up too much time. We're going to hit Prize Picks, and then we're going to look at all books and look at the absolute best plays for NFL this week. At the top of the list, Patrick Mahomes, Taco, easy call. As you can see, he's got 46 likes from the members over at Props Made Easy, which is another filter, by the way. Another feature, by the way, that was added. You're able to like plays now and see how many members like that play and all that stuff too, which is a pretty cool feature. But Patrick Mahomes over 0.5 passing yards, Taco is a free square. Alvin Kamara under 0.5 touchdowns is a 4.6 EV percent, 51.9 chance to hit. Consensus odds are minus 132 around the industry on his under 0.5 touchdowns. Minus 155 are the highest odds. Projection of 0.4. If we look at his we don't have the season data on the touchdowns, huh? We don't have touchdown season data, but nonetheless, I like the under for Alvin. Jonnu Smith over 4.5 receptions at a 4.25 EV percent, 51.7 chance to hit, minus 131 consensus odds on the over. Highest odds upwards of minus 145, projection of 4.8. All the data really looking good there for him. Over the season, he's hit this in 53.85% of the time, and especially over that last 5, it's been fantastic. Over the last 5, he's hit it in 60%. Do we have any head-to-head for NFL? We don't have any head-to-head at the moment for that. All right, Jason Myers under 1.5. Field goals made it a 4.18. That'll be the end of the green EV for Prize Picks. But as I always tell you guys, the best way to make the most money is understanding what sports books you can have access to in whatever city you're in, and having those sports books so that you can take advantage of wherever the best EV is. And as you're about to see, there's a lot more EV across the industry than what you just see on Prize Picks. Patrick Mahomes is still going to be the absolute best play across the industry with his free taco on Prize Picks. Patrick Mahomes over 1.5 passing touchdowns. You can get this play at minus 109 odds on Sportsbet, which has very similar lines to FanDuel. As you guys know, if you've been seeing my live streams, FanDuel is down right now at Props Made Easy, an issue with their API getting their data. But it's supposed to be back by the 15th, I'm hearing. So until then, we added Sportsbet, which is almost identical to FanDuel's lines. A lot of times they're very similar. So you can take advantage of Sportsbet to kind of have ideas of where you want to play on FanDuel as well. But Patrick Mahomes over 1.5 touchdowns, you're getting it at minus 109 odds on Sportsbet, when throughout the industry, it's minus 135 consensus odds on the over throughout the industry. So you're getting it at minus 109 odds when it's over minus 135 everywhere else. That's the exact definition of EV. 1.7 projection is the projection as well, which is over. If we look over the season, he's thrown 2 touchdowns or more in 46% of the time. Again, that data only matters much to me when it matches what the data is saying. The data on the front of the card is the most important. The results on the back, really, you just don't want to lean too heavily on it. The only time it matters is if it is actually on the same side of the data and you have another checkpoint, another check mark to the list of reasons why you need to play that play. Jalen Warren over 2.5 receptions, minus 131 odds on Sportsbet. You can grab that at a 9.01 EV percent because the consensus odds throughout the industry are minus 165 on this play. Now, if you want to play a play that is high EV but less risk, play a play that's already favored on that side. Like Sportsbet, you're already getting it at minus 131 odds on the over, so Sportsbet already thinks the odds are higher, he goes over. But then when you look across the industry at minus 165 consensus odds, that tells you that this play at minus 131 is really good value at that number because it should be around minus 160. So great spot on Jalen Warren over 2.5 receptions. Josh Allen under 7.5 rushing attempts, minus 103 odds on Sportsbet when he is minus 125 odds across the industry on going his under 7.5 rushing attempts. Projection of 6.9. Tyrone Chasey Jr. over 17.5 reception yards over on Underdog at a 7.63 EV percent, 53% chance to hit, minus 138 consensus odds on the over. Highest odds get all the way up to minus 168 highest odds over on Rebet, and a projection of 21.2 receiving yards for him. If we flip his card over, look over the season, you'll see a lot of but over these last three, he's really been getting involved in that pass game, so I really like it. John Smith over 4.5 receptions, minus 111 odds on Sportsbet, 7.3 EV percent, minus 131 consensus odds throughout the industry, whereas on Sportsbet you get it at minus 111. Great spot there. Isaiah Pacheco, under 0.5 touchdowns at a 7.29 EV on Better Picks. 54% chance to hit, minus 144 consensus odds on the under, 0.4 projection. Really like Isaiah Pacheco. Anything else? We've got Jordan Love over 1.5 passing touchdowns as a really good option. Mac Jones under 19.5 passing completions as a good option. Let's look at top performing EV. Tucker Kraft pops in as top performing EV, which means his results over the season are great. His consensus odds are also on the under, and then the projections on the under. So if we look at his history on the under, he's hit the under in 69.2% of the time this season, which is an equivalent of a minus 225 money line if you bet solely off his history over the season. Under 3.5 receptions is a fantastic spot here for Tucker Kraft over on Underdog. So really like that spot. All right, let's move on. Let's look at some college football. All books for college football right now. Oh, that's just top performing EV. So the top performing EV play right now is Quinn Ewers over 1.5 touchdowns. Passing touchdowns for him, minus 150 are the odds on Bet365, and the payout's not going to be crazy, but the EV is fantastic on this because the consensus odds throughout the industry are all the way up to minus 184. So really good spot on Quinn Ewers over 1.5 passing touchdowns. Really like that spot there. Now let's turn off top performing EV so we can see all the plays. We have Riley Leonard under 1.5 passing touchdowns at minus 150 odds on BetMGM. He's minus 173 across the industry, so a 5.4 EV there. Drew Aller over 1.5 passing touchdowns. A lot of good passing touchdown options so far, as you can see. So some good spots. Moving on, NBA. Let's take a look at some NBA first and foremost. First thing I want to do is see if there's any top performing EV, and there is. Karis LeVert at the top of the list for tomorrow. Under 3.5 rebounds at a 5.5 EV percent. 52.5 chance to hit, minus 135 consensus odds around the industry on his under 3.5 rebounds. Projection is 3.4, which is under as well. We look over the season, he's gone under in 73.6% of the time over the season, so absolutely fantastic option. Head-to-head matchups, he's done fairly well in head-to-head, but again, don't worry too much about that. Season data is great. Front of the card data is great with his consensus odds and all that, projection data and all that on the same side. So under 3.5 rebounds is a great play for him. Let's look at all EV. Kelly Oubre Jr. under 5.5 rebounds at a 5.4 EV percent. 52.4 chance to hit, minus 135 consensus odds on the under there. Projection of 5.27. Really good spot there. Andrew Nemhard under 2.5 rebounds at a 5.24. 52.3 chance to hit, minus 134 consensus odds throughout the industry. Projection of 2.4. Cameron Johnson, a lot of unders to start out, man. The first over is not all the way down here till Anthony Davis over 3.5 assists at a 4.34. Really like a lot of these spots, though, man. A lot of times, like I've said before, a lot of times these unders can be amazing value because people are always betting them up, always betting overs. So a lot of times the better value will be on the opposite side. But yeah, Andrew Nemhard under 2.5 rebounds. Under Cameron Johnson steals plus blocks at 1.5 at a 4.8 EV. So solid spots all around there, man. Solid spots all around. And as well as having that top performing EV, Karis LeVert under 3.5 rebounds is a great option. Let's look at all books top performing EV. Zachary Risher over 9.5 points plus assists. Now, he's popping in for the 14th. Okay, so keep in mind, this is not for tomorrow's games on the 13th. This is for the 14th. Zachary Riescher over 9.5 points plus assists is at a 5.95. Karis LeVert obviously is tomorrow. Let's put the date in just to make sure the only plays that show are from the date. Brandon Clark and Karis LeVert. Now, we talked about Karis LeVert on Prizepicks already. Brandon Clark under 6.5 rebounds on DraftKings. You can grab this at minus 130 odds at a 5.3 AV percent. Consensus odds are almost at minus 150 on this play. Highest odds get all the way up to minus 160 over on Sportsino. So under is a fantastic play at that minus 130 odds on DraftKings, under the 6.5 rebounds. Plus, if we look over his season hit rate, he has gone under this in 75% with an equivalent money line of minus 300. So again, tons of data supporting that play. Let's look at all EV for tomorrow on the 13th. Cameron Johnson under 4.5 rebounds is going to be our best EV. Why? Because we're getting it at minus 110 odds over on DraftKings when his consensus odds are minus 136 other places. So again, you want to take advantage of these different sportsbooks that have all of this great value. Like Sportsbet, look at all the Sportsbet value early on. Like amazing value over on Sportsbet. Some sportsbooks haven't dropped yet for the day. I'm sure we'll talk about them in the morning live show. But, yeah, I love a lot of these plays here. Cameron Johnson's under 4.5 rebounds. Cameron Johnson under 2.5 assists at minus 120 on Sportsbet. Chris Paul under 23.5 PRA at minus 107 odds on Sportsbet when he's minus 125 under other places on consensus-wise throughout the industry. He's minus 125 on the under, whereas you're getting it at minus 107. And this is the main point of EV, y'all. When you're playing plays at better value like that opposed to the rest of the industry, you're going to, no matter what, the first things first, right? No matter what, you're going to lose throughout the month. You're going to lose. It's inevitable. There's no way to stop it. You're going to lose. So, playing the highest EV options, when you do win, you will offset those losses. That's why if you're playing high EV for a consistent basis throughout the month, you will see profit by the end. Even though you had some down days throughout the month, maybe even a down week, it won't matter because if you're playing EV, those winning days that you will have mixed in there will make up for the losses and you will end up profitable as well. I've had weeks where I lost every single day damn near. I've had days where I've lost multiple thousands, 2 to 3K in a single day. And the next day, played EV again, won 5K. And already I'm up in those 2 days. You feel what I'm saying? Now, not everybody has that bankroll, obviously, but it's the same situation regardless. If you have $20, right, which is a low bankroll, obviously, play 5 or 10 of it. Whatever, play 5 of it is normally what I'd recommend if you have that low of a bankroll. Play it on the best EV spot you have, even if you have to do it on a single play. Even if you got to play Cameron Johnson under 4.5 rebounds by himself on DraftKings, just a single play at minus 110 odds, you're playing a high EV spot. So if you win, boom, you make your money, right? If you lose, that's okay. The next day you do the same thing again. You lose. Even if you lost again, that's fine because that last day when you're down to $10, you're going to hit one of those and then you're going to be up in profit that from the losses you've already, you'll already be ahead. So that's the point of the EV, okay? It's just math in general. The more consistent you are, the more plays you play at that upper EV, the more profit you'll make by the end of the month. It's just plain and simple. That is the way to be successful in this game. Plain and simple. So Pascal Siakam under 9.5 rebounds, assists at minus 109 odds on Sportsbet at a 7.14 EV percent. Great spot. Minus 128 consensus throughout the industry. A lot of Sportsbet. Ivica Zubac under 1.5 assists. Minus 117 odds on Caesars, 6.5 EV percent on the under 1.5 assists there. Same thing over on Sleeper, good option at minus 117 odds. Rudy Gobert, under 10.5 points, you can grab at minus 105 odds on Bet365, whereas consensus odds are upwards of minus 121. So good spots overall, man. And again, looking at Prizepicks, Karis LeVert under 3.5 rebounds, Kelly Oubre under 5.5 rebounds, Andrew Nembhard under 2.5 rebounds are all going to be 5% EV or higher and all going to be your best options, with Karis LeVert being the number one option because he is a top-performing EV play and also has that history to back that play. All right? Underdog, another popular site that a lot of people like to go off of. Let's look at all EV. Andrew Nembhard under 4.5 assists at a 5.8. Jordan Miller under 7.5 points at a 5.8. Evan Mobley over 0.5 three-pointers made at a 5.7. Zach LaVine under 3.5 three-pointers made at a 5.67. We have Jamal Murray under 3.5 rebounds at a 5.4. Anthony Davis over 3.5 assists. Like, look at all this. All of these are 5 or higher underdog. Like, you have a plethora of value. Like, if there's nothing on Prizepicks, just go over to underdog and make some slips. Mix and match or make a 6-man or whatever you want to do over on underdog, because there's plenty of value over on underdog, man. Better picks. Nothing available right now for better picks yet. Again, it's early on. Over on Dabble, Anthony Edwards over 8.5 field goals made. You can grab that at 4.79 EV percent. Ivaka Zubac under 5.5 field goals made at a 4.79. So you got some solid options. Yes, I understand the chance to hit is all green. Really what you're looking at is these EVs. Okay, you want that 5% or higher ideally, but if you can get close to it, that's fine. What else? Fliff. I love Fliff. The highest Fliff value we have is a 2.8, so honestly, I'm going to sit back and kind of wait for something to pop up. Probably by tomorrow's live stream, I'll be able to get something in there. But yeah, so some good plays all around, man. We got some really good NBA plays. All right, let's move on. College basketball. Any college basketball for tomorrow? Yep, Jawan Gary under 11.5 points at a 5 EV, 52.2 chance to hit, minus 133 consensus odds. Umer Ballo over 21.5 PRA at a 4.5 are going to be your absolute two best options there. All books over on Underdog, man. We got a lot of college basketball popping on a consistent basis on Underdog. Jawan Gary under 11.5 points at a 6.13. This has been a normal thing that I've been seeing a lot of lately. I have really been seeing a ton of Underdog high EV lately. So Underdog is really allowing these plays to stay for a good bit so we can get them in. Prizepicks normally has plays like this at this EV range off the board pretty quickly. But yeah, solid spot on Jawan Gary under 11.5 points. Malik over 21.5 PRA at a 5.6. Umar Ballo over 21.5 PRA at a 5.6. Jawan Gary under 11.5 points at a 5 on Prizepicks. Bet365, Malik under 15.5 points. You can grab this at minus 115 odds over on Bet365. So some good options there. All right, women's college basketball. I don't believe anything's up right now. NHL, nothing up for NHL yet. Let's look at all books. Anything around the industry? No. Nothing for NHL. Any MMA? Nothing for MMA. Let's keep going. Tennis, we've got some good value over on Bovada on the games one side of things, but nothing too crazy. Nothing for Prizepicks right now. Soccer's been having some great EV. Zachariah over 3.5 shots is a 10.6 EV percent. Minus 155 consensus odds throughout the industry. So obviously he's going to be a fantastic play over on Prizepicks. Players have been going crazy playing soccer at Pros Made Easy lately. If you just join one single live stream, you'd see people spamming up that they're hitting slips in soccer left and right. It has been crazy good. Let me drop a like on that play too. That's a great play. All the way up to 10. Love that. Lucas Holler over 0.5 shots on target at a 6.5. Jonas Wind over 1.5 shots at a 6. So some really good options, man. We got a lot of good value there. Looking at all books for soccer again, look at Underdog. 11.6. Zachariah over 3.5 shots, 11.6 EV over on Underdog. Abraham over 1.5 shots at 10.96. They're playing against ass. So you know they're going to hit. It's going to be easy to go over when you're playing against an ass team like that. Call of Duty. For Call of Duty, we have Ghosty over 52.5 first 3 map kills at a 2.5 sportsbook differential. Throughout the industry, has a 55 average line. So obviously, taking it at 52.5 is going to be a great bet. So I love Ghosty's over. Metals over 54.5 first 3 map kills at a 2.5. Awakening over 51 first 3 map kills at a 2.5. A lot of options, man. Look at all these 2s or higher right here. Cammy over 56.5 first 3 map kills. You can do Cammy's 23.5 over 3rd map kills as well. Lucky over 51 first 3 map kills at a 2. So yeah, we got some good options over on Call of Duty, man. League of Legends, anything? Nothing for League of Legends. Let's move on. CS2. CS2 has Mezzi over 28.5 first 2 map kills at a 1.5. Plopsky over 29.5 first 2 map kills at a 1.5. As you can see how easy it is to use Pros Made Easy to know the best plays, man. You don't have to do any research anymore. This thing's got you on the absolute best plays for any sport, for any sports book. It's great. Mata over 36 first 2 map kills at a 1.25 sportsbook differential. So those are the best options for Friday, December 13th. Going back to NBA one more time so we can see what we got on the board, so we can make sure we got the absolute best before we head out. Karis LeVert's going to be your number 1. Kelly Oubre is an amazing option as well. When we look at all books and we look at top performing EV, Karis LeVert, Brandon Clark under 6.5 rebounds on DraftKings at -130, and then Kevin Porter Jr. under 12.5 points at a 5.1 EV are going to be your absolute best. These are top performers, remember, so they check all three boxes. History is great, 70% or higher history rate on these plays. They have the consensus odds on the under heavy and projection data on the same side. Okay, so again, Karis LeVert shows under. -135.7 consensus odds are on the under, or it wouldn't. It's matching up with what the PME pick says. And then if you look on the other side of the card, you go over the season, he's gone under in 73.68% of the time. All right, so it's just super easy to take advantage of these plays, man. I am up thousands over the last couple of days on Fliff again. Been a crazy run. They're definitely going to limit me here soon, but it is what it is. I'll just take what I can. I'll split it up, start playing on some other sports books or something to kind of balance things out a little bit or something. But thank y'all for joining me as always. It's only $20 a month for the amazing tools at Props Made Easy. If you haven't tried it yet or you tried it a long time ago, lock in, because shit is at a whole nother level right now. The only people really making crazy money right now in this game are Props Made Easy members going crazy. Over 13,000 active members right now. It is a blessing to see how great this thing has grown and knowing that we're helping so many people be successful every single day. So it's great to see, man. Thank y'all for joining me as always. Raise that hit rate. PropsMadeEasy.com. $20 a month. That's it. Lock in. Let's get it. I'm out. Peace.